Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. In Bangkok on Monday, the Thai king gave his support to a military coup that took place last week, which threatens to disrupt expanding trade and investment ties with China. This is the 12th coup to have taken place in his 64 years as royal leader. Thailand is a constitutional monarchy, with the king having largely ceremonial powers, but he is highly revered by the people. China is Thailand's largest export market, with $28 billion worth of Thai goods expected to be sold in China this year. Now, last year, China signed a huge deal to connect much of Thailand by high-speed railway. It's not clear yet if those multi-billion-dollar contracts will be honored by whatever government ends up coming to power. Goldman Sachs cut its 2014 and 15 earnings growth forecast to 5% and 9%, well under consensus expectations for 10% to 12%. Goldman projects the Thai economy will contract by 0.5% this year and that GDP will grow just 3.8% next year. The investment bank expects earnings won't fully recover until 2016 at the earliest. Japanese investment bank Nomura is more optimistic than others. Nomura expects the military junta will soon provide a roadmap for returning to democracy, which they say should help soothe stock market anxiety. Nomura says they see a light at the end of the tunnel for the political crisis, which should lead to a gradual recovery in the stock market. The coup and political unrest will likely have an immediate effect on Chinese visiting the country. The surprise hit movie in 2012 was the Chinese comedy Lost in Thailand, which brought a surge of tourists to the Southeast Asian nation. Thailand did what it could to capitalize on the enthusiasm by allowing visa-free travel for Chinese and special package tours that cater to Chinese tastes. Last year, over 5 million Chinese tourists visited Thailand. In the first 4 months of this year, there were still over 1 million visits, but due to protests and waning enthusiasm from the film, this was down nearly 20% from the same period the year before. After past coups, tourism tended to bounce back quickly, but Chinese are not used to dealing with such situations, and their numbers may not hold up. At home, the chaos on the streets of Bangkok is a win for China's Communist Party, who can contrast the messiness of democracy in Thailand, Egypt, and the Ukraine with the relative stability within its own borders, recent terrorist attacks aside. This is a key message for the party to drive home in the lead-up to the 25th anniversary of the crackdown on Tiananmen Square next week. The Chinese government bases its legitimacy on the order it's brought to the country and the increased material prosperity its economic policies have afforded the people. You're watching the final week of Biz Wire on China's Blue Ocean Network. Our full episode can be seen on our website, BONTV/biz-wire. Let's turn now to Neil Jones for a quick look at a few stories that are buzzing through the markets.